This is the Leo Climaco Podcast.
Welcome to the Leo Climaco Podcast. Today, we have the guests of guests. The one, the only, Jay motherfucking Monopoly.
My brother, I
My
appreciate you.
brother, how are you, bro? Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
I could change this one. I could change this angle. Right?
You
I'm
could
good,
do
right? I
whatever
gotta make
you
sure I'm
want,
good.
bro.
I want to make sure I'm looking at you, bro.
Bro,
Cause
you
we about to
could-
talk
you-
some shit, bro.
You could do whatever the fuck you want,
I had to get comfortable. I had to, like I'm at home.
You are at home. Thank you for coming home.
Man, I thank you for having me, bro. I'm excited to be here. We've been
You're so
planning
welcome,
this
bro.
for a few months now,
We
so
have.
I'm glad we finally got here.
So fun fact, right? I know Jay since I was about 14, 15, and Jay was like 8 or 9.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's
I
been
mean,
a
I've known you my
while.
whole life,
Basically,
essentially.
your whole life.
Facts.
I know Jay's whole family. I've been to Jay's mom's wedding. I'm best friends with Jay's brother.
There's a lot of other stuff.
There's a lot of
other
stuff.
stuff that I probably can't talk about here, but. But we go
We gotta
way
keep
back.
those a
That's a,
secret, Jay. Keep those a secret.
Yeah, it's been over a decade now, and most importantly, we've got to make some money together
For sure.
as well, which is super important for me, man. The other
Yeah.
day I was out with my boy Jeff, actually, which I also met through Nelson. I think he used to work with Nelson or something like that, and we were out at the club, and I told him, I'm like, yo, bro, I've known you since 2018, bro. If we can't make any money together, I'm gonna just assume you don't fuck with me anymore, bro. So I told him we got till December. I told him we got till December to think of something. He just called me the other day, and we got something in the works now. So
That's what's
I
up.
gotta make money with all my boys, man.
For
That's the only
sure.
way it's gonna work.
For sure. Everybody got to eat.
100%, bro.
100%. All right, Jay, let's start from the beginning, all right? I want to know what made Jesse Jay Monopoly.
Man, you don't know.
That's, that's the dirt that we all want to know.
You want to know a funny story real quick
Tell
of
me.
how I got the name Jay Monopoly? This
Tell
is
me.
pretty funny. So there was this kid that I knew growing up. His name was Misael. I don't know if you remember that one.
No, I don't
But
think so.
Nelson remember him. I stopped like fucking around with him. Like I stopped like being cool with him a long time ago, around 2015, 2016. So fast forward to 2017, I get back from deployment, right?
Right.
And I start
By the way, we got a Marine here.
yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for your service.
Appreciate that, bro. I'll go into that story.
For
'cause
sure.
That's a big part of what made me Jay Monopoly.
For sure.
But I get back from deployment, right? And I start doing real estate as soon as I get back. And the dude actually hits me up. He goes, "Hey, bro, haven't spoken to you." You know when you're doing good, everybody hits you up.
Everybody hits you. Everybody wants a piece of you.
Yeah. So he goes, "Hey, bro, you're doing good." At the time, my name on Instagram was like Jay Esco or something like that. He goes, "Yo, you doing real estate now? That's super dope. You should change your name to Jay Monopoly." And I was like, "Yo, that got a ring to it."
It clicked.
So I changed my name and blocked him and never spoke to him again. That's actually how I got the name Jay Monopoly. But
That's great.
what made Jay Monopoly, man, was actually, I grew up in New York City, not too far away from you, actually.
Not too far.
And from two great parents, by the way. I just chose to do a bunch of dumb shit on my own time. And,
Sometimes you got to explore,
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
you got to try different shit.
it takes a village, they say, right? So,
sure.
My village just didn't happen to be the best one. So I got into a lot of bad stuff. And I decided to join the military to change my life. Through the military, I learned discipline. I learned how to deal with people from different cultures. And then I went on a deployment in 2017. I was on a boat. I was stationed on a ship. And for the people who don't know how a ship works, right? If anybody was in the military, you guys know it fucking sucks, bro. You got no contact with the outside world.
no cell phone.
No cell
nothing.
phone. Yeah, just music and, just working out. It's like some jail shit, right?
Right.
So you're on the boat for about a month. And then
Where's the boat located?
you're in the water. You're sailing.
You're in the middle of fucking
In the middle of nowhere. You go
Right.
out, all you see is water. And then you stop at a random country every month,
Okay.
right? So we're there, and I'm from New York, right? So I'm a big Jay-Z fan. So everybody's always talking about, you talk about what ifs. You get a bunch of guys together bored as hell. They're like, yo, what if Drake drops a song? What if Jay-Z drops an album?
Right.
What if this? So everybody was like, yo, what if Jay-Z dropped an album? And I'm like, right, he hasn't dropped an album since 2013. I think he's retired. The day I get to Australia, I get to Sydney, Australia, Jay-Z dropped 444.
Wow.
And I was messing with this girl at the time who was one of them spiritual hippie chicks who was like, wow, 444 means this and that and that. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I think it was something about like you're on the right path or something along those lines.
Right. Like your angel's talking to you.
Yeah, like the angel number. So I was walking down the streets of Australia, piss drunk, bro. I look up at this sign.
Where in Australia?
Sydney, Australia.
okay.
Yeah. I see this sign of a club and it says 444 on it, but it's the same exact cover art as the album. So I'm like, what the fuck?
There are no motherfucking coincidences.
Yeah, bro, it's nuts. So I walk in there and I'm like,
What's
y'all know
good?
Jay-Z dropped an album? And they go, yeah, he was here last night when he dropped it. The
What?
Jay-Z's club is actually in Australia, 444. Jay-Z owns that club. He was there to release the album. He had a private
Wow.
album release party there the night before I got there. So now I'm like, damn, before I get back on the boat, I'm going to stock up on books. I got to get my shit
Inspired
together.
you.
Inspired, yeah. So I'm like, this dude's from New York. He's over here with clubs in Australia.
Other
This is-
side of the freaking planet.
It's nuts, bro.
Yeah.
So I Google books that Jay-Z read,
Okay.
right? Because
Smart.
if somebody got the results you want, you got to figure out how they got to that thought
For
process.
sure.
So the number one book he had recommended was a book called The Celestine Prophecy.
What a great book.
My favorite book of all time. I should get a fucking cut out of all how many fucking like books of that shit I sold, bro. I done told so many people about that book. I actually emailed the author. He never hit me back. So if y'all seeing this, get me in contact. So I read the book. Well, I get back on the boat. I finish reading that book. And like, you know, it says nothing in your life is a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason.
Right.
The more you follow those coincidences, it gets you closer to your life purpose. But the crazy part is that I was reading that book because of a coincidence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck, this is nuts. So I read that book. I didn't get any other book. But at that time, now I'm like, I got the reading bug in me. You know, you finish a good book, you want to read another one?
For sure.
I asked my boy Nin, who was in the Navy. I was like, hey, bro, do you have a book I could read? He gives me this real estate book. And it was about flipping houses. Everything went over my head completely. I didn't really understand it. But the one nugget I got from it was that the most millionaires were made through real estate. So in my head, I was like, I got to figure out how to do real estate. I got to figure out how to do real estate. When the boat stops again, I get to Brisbane.
Okay.
The day I get to Brisbane, my partner, Levi, is the first person to call me. Mind you, I didn't tell him I was there. I didn't post anything yet. I hadn't told anybody that I had service. He just happened to call me because he had just tore his ACL. And the first words to come out of his mouth were, yo, we got to get started in real estate.
Wow.
So I said, yo, whatever we got to do, I'm all in. He was like, yo, there's this mentorship program. It's like $35,000. Had he told me that 2 weeks prior, I would have told him he was high as shit. But, you know, I just read that nothing's a coincidence. I thought about real estate. He called me about real estate. So I sent him half the money. You know, he started to get into education. So by the time I came back to America, I came back 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
By December 13th, I already had my first property.
Wow.
So I came back, hit the ground running. I wanted everything that I missed out on.
This was a fix and flip or wholesaling?
No, the first one was a house that I bought for personal use to rent out.
Got it.
I used a VA loan because you have to use it for personal use, right? But I was
Right.
renting out the rooms. But because of the knowledge we had learned, I learned how to negotiate it. So I bought the house with $40,000 of equity in it already.
Wow.
Hmm. And that was my first thing. And that was December 2017. By February 2018, I had my first fix and flip in Detroit already.
That's amazing. How old were you?
21. I think 21. Yeah, I was 21, bro. I was 21.
Wow.
And it was really dope because at that time, it's not like today where you see a lot of young people doing it. So I was like one of the youngest people in my city that people like knew that was really doing deals.
Speak a little bit about your faith and your belief in yourself for you to be able to accomplish this at 21. What was your state of mind at 21 and what led you to have this drive to go pursue what you wanted and not allow distractions to deviate?
Man, it's crazy because the more information so I believe confidence comes from accomplishments, right? The more you're accomplished, the
What
more
a nugget that is,
the
huh?
more confident you are.
I like that.
So for anybody out there who's listening, they feel like they don't have like a lot of confidence in you just got to start accomplishing stuff. You got to start small, whatever the case is, right?
Right.
30 days no alcohol. Oh, boom, that's an accomplishment. You build on that momentum, right? So I was lucky enough, bro, that I was building up to that momentum for years, bro. And it first started in just another backstory of really where my confidence came from, because this all really feeds into the success.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you look in
For sure.
hindsight, you realize all the small pieces that led to your actual thing. So
They all build up to
yeah, it's all
where you want to
so
be.
everything.
Stepping stones.
You know how they say when preparation meets opportunity, that's when success happens.
Exactly.
So I'd been preparing for years when my opportunity came, so it was almost seamless, right? I got out of the military. My first year out of the military, I made $500,000, and the reason was when I was 16, I lived with my sister, and my nephew actually. We lived together, and I was boxing at the time. Like I was actually training. I would have
San
fights
Diego.
in San Diego. Yeah, I would have fights the whole nine, right? And then I go to the boxing gym one day, and there was this guy. His name's Anthony Fernandez, and he was fly as fuck, bro. He had this Adidas tracksuit back when those were lit.
Yeah,
He had a
yeah.
Rolex, a fucking 7 Series Beamer. I'm from New York. I'd never seen somebody flexing like that.
Right.
So I was like, yo, what do you do? And he hands me a stack of soccer tickets. He says, have you ever done sales before? I was like, fuck yeah, I've done sales. He goes, go sell these. You got to sell them for X amount. So I'm like, bet. I think it was like $10 or something like that for the tickets. It was like low-end tickets or whatever.
Right.
So I was using, what I knew. I was like knocking on doors, 3 for 25, 2 for 15s. That
Whatever it took.
Yeah. You're giving out deals. So I end up selling all the soccer tickets, bro. Mind you, I'm new to San Diego. I don't know shit about soccer. I end up selling all the soccer tickets,
Dope.
just asking people, you know about this team?
Hustling, making it
just
happen.
making it happen,
Yeah.
bro. I give the dude the soccer tickets. I give the dude the money for the soccer tickets, and I'm thinking he's gonna pay me. He didn't give me nothing, bro. He didn't give me anything.
Motherfucker.
He comes back 2 days later with the same tracksuit he had on. He was like, yo, this is for you. And like you're riding with me from now on. So he would come and he would put me on to game.
Dope.
He took me and my sister to the Yankees game when they were playing the Padres right behind
Nice.
the plate,
Yeah.
the whole nine. So getting to see him live that lifestyle was something that as a youngin', mind you, I'm 16, bro.
Right.
Started building up the confidence because this is the biggest thing, and this is really where I get my confidence from, bro. The more you hang out with people who are doing it at a high level, the more you realize they're just a fucking human who
Right.
know a little bit more, right?
For sure.
So it's like seeing how magic works. So it's like if a magician shows you a magic trick
Right.
and shows you how to do it, you know that if you practice it long enough, you could do it just
Be
like
able to
him.
do it for sure.
So being around success at an early age showed me, yo, this guy's just a fucking human that knew a little bit more. And I knew the more I hung around it, the more knowledge I got, that it would eventually beat me as well. So I just knew time hadn't caught up. So I was preparing for years. So when it came, I already had the confidence built in from when I was 16, bro.
But let's be real. At 16, you clearly also had the drive and the hunger to go even talk to this guy, right? To even ask him a question, to interact with him. That takes a lot of courage and maturity at 16 years old.
Well, I wasn't an average 16-year-old. I'll tell you that much.
That's
I know,
clear.
I remember you
That's
remember
fucking
you
clear.
already know the kind of shit I was doing. I was like at 16, I was doing some bad shit. But it comes from
But I think that gave you a certain level of maturity,
100%.
right? Because to be on the streets, you can't be dumb. You gotta be mature.
100%.
Otherwise, you're gonna get clapped.
Yeah, and it took away the fear of people. I didn't have
Right.
fear of people because like bro, I was out here on the
Because you were
street.
dealing with some,
Yeah,
some interesting people.
I was out here fighting people. I was out here, fucking getting shot at and shit. Like, so
Right.
it took away the fear of people.
Right.
Like, I wasn't afraid to have a conversation with somebody.
Right.
But also I was boxing at the time, and again, from accomplishments comes confidence. Right. At the time, I was boxing. I was beating up grown men, bro. Right. I was in the ring with grown men. So
Right.
for me, I was at their level.
Got
I
it.
saw myself at their level.
Got it.
I'm a grown man too. My body just hasn't caught up yet.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
that's really where it came from, man. Just knowing that we're all human, we all breathe air.
Like, no matter my age, you got to deal with me. I'm here now.
100%,
Yeah.
100%, bro. Even now, that's how I look at it. Cause I'm getting older now, bro, so I don't get it as much, bro. But when I was, still 25, I would go into rooms with, 40-year-olds, bro, and I felt like in their head they were like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Right.
But my attitude was always like, "I'm here for a reason, and you about to figure out why."
For sure. All right, so let's go back to real estate. Bridge me the gap of how you went from real estate to becoming a marketing genius.
It's funny, bro. So, 2018, I was fixing and flipping. I figured out what wholesaling was, right? So I got into wholesaling,
Right.
which we could get deeper into a little
Yep.
bit. But from there, I learned, how to sell homes to people, right? I ran a whole team. I had a 5,000 square foot office, 15 in-house employees, 10 virtual assistants.
Wow.
Moving and grooving, bro. Grossed my first 7 figures 2019, netted it in 2020, and then in the middle of the pandemic.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And what was it? It was not the beginning of the pandemic. Towards that tail end of 2020.
Okay.
I would say probably June, July. we were forced to shut down the office because they were getting stricter on the leases and how many people were here and this, that, and the third.
Gotcha.
We're a bunch of young guys wild in this office, like some Wolf of Wall Street vibes. So they didn't want
Bet.
us in the office, and they shut it down until the COVID restrictions were lifted, which we know didn't happen until a year and a half later.
Right.
So from there, I was only 23
Okay.
at this time, and I didn't really have the leadership skills or
Probably the experience. Yeah.
to lead a team virtually at the time. So my people started leaving little by little, you know. My best guys started going to start their own operations, and you know, good for them. They ended up doing amazing. I actually got a lot of people that ended up doing amazing. But at that time, I needed to figure out a way to pivot. So instead of running a whole staff, I decided to start doing joint ventures, right? So I set up a joint venture department.
Smart.
So I was still making money,
Right.
but a lot of people at the time were still reaching out to me like, how do I wholesale? How do I wholesale? So we had the youngest team at the time, bro. All my employees were like 18 years old.
Wow.
So we caught a lot of attention.
Man,
So-
it is pouring outside.
Yeah, that's scary.
Did you hear that thunder?
I thought that was a chair rolling.
That is thunder.
So I end up launching a course October of 2020. It was called Jay's Better Way Wholesaling.
I remember that.
And you know, I just put at this point I had never sold a course before, bro. So I just put everything I learned in the last 3 years at that point that I've been doing it, put it all into this course. And I ended up making close from October of that year to October of the following year. I think I made close to $850,000
Wow.
on just the sale of the courses.
Selling one course.
hmm
That's crazy.
But and that was
Almost
only
$1 million in 1 year.
but that was only the front end. On the back end, right? We had a more advanced mentorship for people who wanted to learn more.
Right.
So we probably made just a little under $1 million with that. But half the overhead, actually no overhead, no employees,
Right.
no nothing. Just solid information, great information, a great system, and being able to market. But that taught me the power of the internet, bro. Because here I did almost a little under $1 million, right? But with less headaches, less team, less all of that. Whereas the most I ever made wholesaling was 1.2 million with a big ass staff, a lot of headaches, dealing with a bunch of people. And I was like, oh, wow, there's a lot of power in this.
A
And I
lot.
kind of went all in on the internet side of stuff, started really taking, building my brand serious. That was in 2021.
That's great. It's great that you were able to take knowledge that you learned from actual experience, some things that you actually did, and then you made a course to help others, which blew up even more than what you were actually doing.
Yeah, it was nuts. And but you know, I'm all about a lot of people are trying to drop courses and drop stuff over there. And I don't necessarily agree with everybody doing it, man, because there's a lot
Right.
of people who aren't experts at shit.
Right.
Right. And when I dropped my course, it's because I was an expert at it. And I have so much you know, I think integrity is doing the right thing when no one's looking, right?
Right.
I stopped selling my course, even though it was bringing me in so much money. I stopped selling my course when I stopped doing wholesaling because I didn't feel like I no longer felt qualified to teach the most up-to-date information of wholesaling.
I see.
So that's one of the most important things, right? Anybody
Which you could have. You could have kept that thing going.
yeah, nobody knew.
Nobody knew.
I didn't have to tell anybody I stopped wholesaling. It's just, you know, I
And
made that
not
decision for me.
much changes that you wouldn't be able to keep up, you know, and update yourself, even
Yeah.
not being in the world.
Yeah. But that was just, you know, the reason I mentioned that is because, you know, a lot of people see this internet stuff and they see it as quick money, but if you're not doing right by people,
You gotta
then-
have integrity.
Yeah, you gotta have integrity, man. That's the
100%.
biggest thing. That's how you have longevity in this industry.
Right. No, that's freaking amazing. Let's get into marketing a little bit. Give us a couple of nuggets that you see people doing wrong.
So a lot of people mix up what branding and what marketing is, right? Brand is who you are, marketing is what you do and how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, for sure.
the branding side is important depending on what you're doing, right? So the branding obviously is who you are. I think most people mess up there because they got their service in mind, right? They know what they want to do,
Right.
but they don't know who they're doing it for. They don't know who identifies with that service, product, etc. Right? Like look at Red Bull's branding, right? They got motherfuckers jumping off of planes, right? Because they understand their target demographic is fucking high key degenerates. You know what I'm saying?
Adrenaline junkies. Adrenaline junkies, yeah.
Right? I just fucking smashed the Red Bull before we started this shit. So they know exactly who they're targeting, right?
Yeah, for
Most
sure.
people don't know who they're targeting, and that's the issue because they don't they don't know what message to give out because they don't know who they're targeting. So it becomes too broad. And when
Right.
it's too broad, you ask somebody who's new in business, who is this for? This for everybody. Wrong answer.
You got to niche down 100%.
Yeah, so I think that's the biggest thing that I see in branding and marketing that people make mistakes on, that they need to, tighten up on.
Wow, that's a very, very valuable nugget. I want to go into partnership a little bit and the importance of having the proper team. I know that you and Levi are very, very tight, and you guys were able to build something incredible together. Talk about a little bit about the dynamic of how you guys dealt with things and what you handled and what he handled and how that marriage came to be and how you guys were able to feed off each other and flourish.
Well, marriage is actually the best word to use, bro, because that's what really being in a business relationship is like, bro.
Right.
A business partnership, business relationship is like a marriage, bro. I'm actually seeing one of my good friends go through this, where he got into business pretty fast with people. He wants to get off the LLC. They don't want to let him off until he puts X amount of money back into the company. They're gonna go to lawyers. Fucking just as messy as a fucking divorce, bro.
For real.
Equally as
Probably
messy as a
even
divorce.
worse,
Yeah, honestly, probably even worse, bro.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest things, bro, is I can't do business with someone if your values don't align with mine,
Facts.
right? Our values have to align and our visions have to align. Because if I want to make $10 million this year and you want to make $500,000 this year, somewhere
There's
along
a
the way,
big
there's a big
disconnect
disconnect.
there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also, if your values are different than mine, you might think that it's okay to treat people like shit. I don't,
Right.
right? So now we're going to look at situations differently.
Right.
So I want to avoid as much conflict and I want to avoid as much miscommunications as possible. So I need to only do business with people who align with my values, who understand why because no two humans look at everything exactly the same.
For sure.
But if we look at it at similar enough, you know what's right. We have the same idea of what's right and we have the same idea of what's wrong.
And you can discuss it and come to the middle.
100%. So that's the two biggest things. And me and Levi, I've known Levi since I was 16 years old. I met Levi in San Diego. I had just moved from New York. He had just moved from Detroit. So we were two city kids living in the suburbs now. There's a place for families who drive Camrys and go to Disney. And, we stuck out like a sore thumb. We got cool with each other. We came from similar backgrounds, being that, where we come from.
Right.
And then we ended up joining the military together. So, we ended up giving similar values. Our values strengthened from that.
You guys are always on that same frequency.
Exactly. So when it was time to get into business together, man, it was already like, we know how to resolve conflicts within each other, right? We know how to communicate. We know what one of the other is thinking more or less. But most importantly, his skill sets were different than my skill sets.
Right.
Which is very important because I don't need someone who could do exactly what I do.
Right.
I
You
need
guys
somebody,
clash.
exactly. I need somebody who could do what I can't do. Right? So I was, it worked perfect, bro, because I was out there, I was networking, I'm the extrovert. He's
Right.
the introvert. He's behind the scenes, making sure everything stays on point, making sure the systems are on point. And that's why I worked well together because we had similar values and we had opposite skill sets. And that's important.
And what you guys built together is beautiful. From making millions of dollars together to building Better Way, hosting 3 different Better Way conferences. That's no joke.
Man, it was dope because, he made a post about it, because that was the last Better Way conference that we were going to do. That we are gonna do. There's no
For now.
Yeah, nah, there's no.
For now.
Nah, there's not gonna be a better way 4. It doesn't have a ring to it, bro. It's like John Wick 4. It didn't make me want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't.
They're making John Wick 5, by the way.
It just, I don't even want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So it was. He made a post about it where he was like, I gave the last 4 years to this company, and it was a hell of a ride, and it was true, man. Like the last 4 years. We completely winged this shit, bro. We were kids when we started this, bro. We were 21 when we started Better Way, bro.
Yeah.
And we completely winged it, and we had no idea that it was gonna grow into what it grew into. So it was really dope, man. And I'm glad that we were able to do that. And I wouldn't have been able to do that with the proper partnership. So I'm very, very strategic, and I take it very seriously with who I decide to call a partner in anything,
Right.
not just in business, in anything.
For sure.
That's your partner. Whether it's business, whether it be your personal life, is a reflection of who you are, bro.
The same requirements that you spoke about a business partner should be for every partnership. that you have in life,
100%.
right? Yeah.
100%.
You guys got to be on the same page, same frequency.
It's crazy. I actually I had this. It's funny. I know you take on a lot of clients, for
For
business
sure.
consultations, and sometimes anybody who is in this space knows this. Sometimes those business consultations end up being a therapy session for your client.
90% of the time.
Like it's
90% of the
it's
time.
nuts, bro.
It's nuts.
And there was this guy. I'm not gonna say his name. Some Colombian cat from New York. He's married. He was saying that what's fucking him up in his business is that he thinks that him and his wife don't see eye to eye on certain things. Boom. So I said, "Yo, have y'all talked about your goals?"
Right.
I'm like, "Yo, look, tell her to write down how much she sees y'all making in 5 years, what y'all life looks like in 5 years, right? And you do it too. Don't share the answers until y'all share it with each other. Like,
Right.
write it down for real." And what he found out is that there was a fucking major disconnect on where his wife saw their future and where he saw it. She was thinking way bigger than he was. So she was getting frustrated with where he was.
That makes sense.
And like,
Because she didn't see the progress being done to get to where she wanted to be.
exactly. But he never told her where he was expecting to be.
Right.
So he was having progress. It just didn't seem like her type of progress.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
100%.
And just through that, bro, he was just from having the conversation and making sure the visions align, he was able to really save his fucking marriage, bro.
Wow.
Because he was able to they were able to get on the same page, come up with a game plan on how to really grow this shit to where they need to get it to.
Communication in life is key. I think a lot of people skip that step and assume too much and think they know what the other person's thinking instead of actually going to them and talking and communicating.
Yeah, I think most people attribute to malice what they could attribute to human behavior.
Yeah.
Like if somebody, doesn't respond to somebody, people want to attribute it to malice versus attributing it to like, oh, this person has some shit going on.
Right.
We're all here living, bro. This is all our first times doing this.
Or they may not just see it. Some
Yeah.
people just don't see what you see.
Yeah.
Jay, let's get into a little bit about what you're doing now and what your next project is.
So my first, I've done real business, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wholesale company did amazing. I had
For sure. You are a certified serial entrepreneur.
appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. And I had the fix and flip company as well. We did, real shit in real life. But now my biggest goal is I got two goals, bro. My biggest one right now is the VC company. I'm taking equity in other people's companies to
Nice.
I either put in a money investment, a marketing investment, or a connection investment.
Okay.
So right now, I'm officially a part owner of an IV company,
Congrats.
which, selfless plug. If y'all need if y'all hungover, y'all feel sick, y'all feel down, make sure y'all hit
We'll
me
put
up.
a link down below for sure.
But after I was able to get that through not only a money connection, but somebody that I introduced him to who's gonna take our business to the next level.
Got you.
Right. So I want to keep doing that, invest into other companies. I don't want to have one company that's worth $1 billion. I want to have equity in a bunch of companies that I make billions of dollars off of.
Got it.
Right. But the second,
Diversification.
100%, bro, 100%, like Mark Cuban.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And then the second thing is I want to have is my media company, which I know you have the media company as well. You do
Yep.
amazing work, bro.
Thank
so
you,
I
man. Appreciate it.
definitely want to collab with you on the media side.
100%.
Cause you killing it, bro. This fucking studio's fire, bro. I've been
Thank you,
seeing the
bro.
content you're putting on, the connections you've been making, bro. Like, so big shout out to you, bro. You've been killing it.
Thank you, man.
And so what I'm doing right now is I want to help other people grow their brands, right? But with the end goal of doing something bigger, right? So
Got you.
people come to my office. I give them content, 2 months worth of content in 2 days, right? So they don't have to think about it. They post it. The second time they come to me, we analyze what their audience liked.
How it went.
Yeah, look,
Basically,
their
right.
audience liked the most when they were being educational. Oh, okay,
Right.
cool, that's perfect. Let's drop more educational content, right? With the end goal of them eventually doing an event or a workshop or a course. That's
Got
the
it.
end goal, because then that's where I want to collab at, right? I want to be able to come to Leo's event. You have a completely different audience in mind, right? I bring my audience to your event. I take a little bit of your audience, and now we could build something together.
For sure.
So all the clients that I take, I don't just take anybody. I only take on clients who I see me being able to build and do business with later down the line.
Right.
Because I'm not doing this for, to give you pretty pictures. I'm doing this so we can fucking
Get results.
get results, bro.
Yeah.
Like let me come do that event with you in Houston.
Right.
To get you to get to that level to do that event, you got to be lit on this platform. You got to make yourself an expert.
Right.
Right? So I just got off the phone with somebody from Canada who, He's gonna come out to my studio. I charge him for the content, charge him for the consultation. But now the goal is for the next 2 months he does an event in Vancouver. Now I could do an event in Vancouver. I got fans out there. He's gonna have his own audience. Now we're in that city.
Now you made that link.
Exactly. I'm trying to be
Yeah.
everywhere.
That's amazing.
Those are 2 things I'm working on right now.
That's amazing. If J Monopoly can share 2 nuggets with someone who is looking to become an entrepreneur, they have the drive, they have the fire, but don't know what to do, don't know how to navigate this crazy world, what would be 2 nuggets that J Monopoly can provide out there?
The first one is you got to keep the main thing, right? A lot of people get excited. They watch one motivational video and want to quit their jobs. And although I've seen that work for
Facts.
some people, I've seen that work for some people, bro.
Keep your jobs, bro, while you're
Yeah,
building
yeah.
your company.
100%, right? Like you got to keep the main thing because the main thing that's bringing you money is what's going to allow you to experiment with other things, right?
Facts.
Because that's how I'll put it right there. Keep the main thing, right? And that's even if you're already in business. If you're already in business thinking about exploring, doing this and that, cool, amazing. But just make sure you keep the main thing, right? Number 2 is get around people who are doing it at a high level. No matter what you got to do, bro. Go to nicer restaurants, bro. Go to fucking better clubs. Go to different hotels. Fly first class more. Ask to intern for somebody, whatever the case is, bro.
Right.
Because again, the more you're around it, the more you realize that they're just humans.
Tap into that frequency, right?
Tap into, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. The frequency is so important, bro. Because
So
people think
important.
this is crazy, but I'll put it like this, bro. Where does there's a crazy ass movie. This is gonna sound crazy me trying to explain this, all right? But
Go for it.
if you had to stop the Civil War from happening, right?
Okay.
Who would you go back and kill to ensure that the Civil War didn't happen?
That's a great question. I would assume somebody from the Confederacy.
But they were just acting on an idea. Where did that idea come from? And who gave that person the idea?
Right.
And so on and so forth. How
Right.
far back would you have to go? Would you
I
their
understand what you're saying.
parents, their
Probably.
grandparents
Yeah.
before that? Because we're acting on ideas, but where these ideas come from, we don't even realize.
Right.
These ideas, the ideas we're acting on now might be from something we saw our parents do. So the more you're around people who are doing bigger shit, those are the ideas you start getting in your head. Those are the conversations that are start getting in your subconscious, and those are the things you start acting on.
This actually reminds me of a science experiment that was done where they put 2 monkeys in a cage and they put a banana hanging from the cage. Every time the monkey went to go reach for that banana, somebody will hose them down and spray them with water. So eventually the monkeys learned not to go for the banana. They put in a new monkey in the cage. The monkey went to go reach for the banana. The other 2 monkeys attacked him, so he wouldn't go reach for that banana. Eventually, they put 3 new monkeys in and took out the 3 monkeys that were the 2 monkeys that were originally in there, and that structure of them being attacked for wanting to go reach that banana continued.
And they don't even know where it came
And
from.
they don't
just
even
do
know
it.
why
Yeah.
or where it came from.
Yeah, I heard that one before. Yeah, it's nuts,
It's
bro.
nuts.
So it's important for me to be around successful people, bro. And it's not even success in the terms of money, man. I want to be around people who want to be the best at what they do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Who
If you're
want to evolve,
if
work
you're
on the
fucking
inner.
if you're a barber, be the best fucking barber there is out
Right,
there, right?
right.
My barber right now is the best fucking barber there is out there. You
He
know what I'm
loves
saying?
his craft.
He loves what he does,
Yeah.
right? I want to be around people who love what they do. I got friends who are boxers, who are MMA fighters. They might not be making the most money, but they love what the fuck they do. They want to be the absolute best at what they do, and they got the drive and they got the discipline to get there. And that's the energy I need to be around. Money aside from money,
Right.
that's the energy.
They may not make money now, but the energy that they're brewing is gonna get them to make money.
100%.
You know?
100%. So that's super important to me. So that's the second thing, and that's super important. Like if you're around the right people, man, you're gonna start having the right conversations. And it's like once you take that first step, man, it's like going down a dark staircase, right? You can't see the next step until you take it, and then you see another one, then you see the next one, then you see the next one, and you just gotta be a professional dot connector. That's it.
Say that one more time, because that's a gem.
With being a professional dot connector.
No. The stairs. Going down the stairs without knowing where you're going.
Yeah, once you take that step, the next step is there available to you, and then the next step, and then the next step, and then
Even if you can't see
even
it.
if you can't see it, and then when
Yeah.
you look back on it, you realize, oh shit, look, I already walked all the way down these steps. Why was I so afraid?
That's
It's always
beautiful.
it's always like that, man. And I always we're creatures of habit, but most importantly, we're people who try to make sense of everything.
Right.
We always try to make sense. If something happened, we want to know why this happened, and that's why humans, that's why science was created, right? Because we want to know why this happened. So I tell people to do this all the time. If you're nervous about taking the next step, if you're scared to do something, analyze this. Think about all the times. Think about every decision that changed your life for the better. Think about every decision you made to change your life for the better, which is getting that job, going to that school, whatever the case is. And if you realize that decision changed your life for the better, I bet you also realize that you also felt nervous as fuck before
Sure.
making that decision. Because nervousness and excitement is the same chemical in the brain. It's the perspective that changes.
Right.
So, you feel nervous, good. You feel scared, good. That's when you should do it. And if you analyze it and realize that that's the pattern in your life, hopefully that helps you do it a little faster.
It's healthy to have a little fear
100%.
about what you're doing.
If not, then we wouldn't. If not, then none of this would be worth it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, to overcome it is to build confidence. Again, right? When you overcome it, the
Yep.
more accomplishment, the more confidence you have. If you didn't feel fear before doing it, you wouldn't. It wouldn't feel as good when you got it done.
Like they say, everything you want is on the other side of fear.
100%.
And you just got to keep going, keep chipping away. You know,
So let me ask you something, Leo.
please.
Let's switch it up. I'm the interviewer now.
Let's get it.
So I know that you right now, right? You just wrapped up a crazy interview.
I did.
People don't know. We're gonna keep it silent. I don't want to spill the beans on anything, right?
It's coming out soon.
It's coming out soon. You got major guests coming on, man. How do you help people get to the next level, bro? Because I've seen you do it, and I've seen other people take notice now. Now that you're getting out there, people have taken notice. You got people reaching out to interview you, bro. How do you help people get to the next level, bro?
That's a great question, bro. So what I do is, first I provide a support where people feel comfortable. I think if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to break certain barriers and you have barriers holding you back, the first thing you got to find is a mentor that's going to support you where you are and be able to break you down and analyze exactly what those blockages are. And I help you break through those barriers so you can achieve your dreams.
Amazing. And a lot of people don't realize this, man, but Leo, the reason I really got a lot of respect for you, bro, obviously I've known you my whole life, but it's also a lot of people don't know, bro, that it takes somebody to have that dog in them and that mental intellect and capability to be able to make money and be successful in multiple disciplines.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And
do.
obviously you got your own 7-figure business, with the
My therapy agency.
the therapy agency. I didn't know how to
Yep.
describe it. You've made 6 figures plus wholesaling.
For sure.
And I mean, when you learn how to wholesale, you fucking picked it up in like what, fucking 2 months, 3 months,
Something like that.
you know? And there's certain people out there who would just be successful in anything that they do because they have the mental capability to pick up patterns and learn something. They have the drive to want to do something, and they have the discipline to consistently do it. And you're one of those people, bro.
Thank you,
And
man.
that's why I think you're a person who should be coaching people, bro, because it's not, I understand this business, I understand this business. No, you understand business
Yeah.
as a whole. And that's what's important for people to realize, bro, because there's real estate investors who aren't good businessmen.
Right.
There's marketers who aren't good businessmen. But you understand business as a whole.
You know what it is, bro? I also understand that I'm never gonna quit.
Yeah, we talked about that.
I'm never gonna stop, bro. And that mentality really drives me. It keeps me asking, okay, this didn't work. Let's try something else. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing through. Let's figure out a way to make it work. It not working is not an option for me.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro, because I remember this interaction with this random Uber driver really fucked with my head one time. I was in
Them Uber drivers, bro. Some of them be really intriguing.
yeah, bro. There was this guy I was talking to, man, and he was telling me he heard me on the phone. They be ear hustling
For
sometimes.
sure.
And he was
Who's in my car right now?
Yeah. they're like, so the dude was like, "Oh man, I used to do real estate too." I was like, "Yeah," and he started showing me the fix and flips he did in Ohio,
Look at that.
and like showing me that this dude in 2007, 2006 was worth millions of dollars, bro.
Wow.
And then he lost everything in '08, as a lot of people did.
A lot of people did, bro.
And then he just got a job after. Now he drives Uber. And it sucks to see that
He
that
lost the drive.
the fear paralyzed him.
Yeah.
The fear paralyzed him, bro. And that always, I had that interaction with that guy when I was 22, still young, still doing this, and I would always think about that, bro, and it scared the fuck out of me, bro. It scared the fuck out of me that someone could go from that to where he is now. It's like seeing a wolf go to Yorkie, you know what I'm saying?
Get tamed.
Get tamed, bro.
For sure.
And I just knew that was never gonna be an option for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's according to God's plan, right? His will, my hands.
For
But
sure.
I can't see myself doing anything else, bro.
Same.
I can't see myself doing anything else. Like, when I was with construction, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you picture me at a fucking, like, bro, I just can't see it in my head. And if I can't see it in my head, there's no way that could ever be my reality.
With your chain on, go do construction.
So I feel you on that, bro. Like, you only lose if you stop.
100%. You only lose if you stop. 100%. Very well said. Because you know what? Your limitation is what you put on yourself. The
100%.
end.
Like, look at fucking Ray Kroc, the McDonald's dude.
Yeah.
Right? Say whatever you will about his story, right? Some people were like, yo, he did those dogs dirty to take McDonald's from them. But bro, this man was fucking broke till he was in his 50s.
Yeah.
But he just knew that he was never going to fucking stop. He was looking for the next thing. Now this dude just lives on forever. Right? You have who else?
The
Fucking
Colonel.
Yeah, KFC,
65
bro.
years old.
60 fucking 5 years old, bro.
Yeah,
and
bro.
it's not like he stopped and just gave up.
No.
That whole time in his life, he was trying to find that one thing.
Yeah.
And when he finally found it, shit, I don't know what age he died, but I guarantee you those 15 years felt that much fucking better.
He found the right recipe. That was the key for him.
He just knew.
blew the
That
fuck
15 years was better than his last 50.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
And he left a legacy.
100%.
Bro, KFC, I was in Bali. They had a KFC.
Bro, it's nuts, bro.
It's everywhere.
So he tasted temporary defeat, but he was never defeated.
Exactly.
You could taste the defeat and never be defeated, and
He
that's
lost
the
the
point.
battle, but didn't lose the war.
100%, bro. 100%, bro. And that's the biggest thing, man. Like, I give my life to this shit, bro. I know that I can never do anything else, bro.
Get rich or die trying, bro.
Literally,
Literally.
2 years or 20 years, bro. I'm gonna hit it
It don't matter.
eventually, bro.
It don't matter. I'm with you.
And I think that's why we get along a lot, bro. Because we share that similar mindset.
That
And
passion, that drive.
yeah, bro. Like, I'm just passionate about this, bro. I wanna leave a legacy. That's what's the most important thing. I wanna leave a legacy. Like, I want fucking 80 years from now, my fucking kids are walking into a restaurant. They fucking ID check them. They're like, oh shit, look at their last name, bro. Let the motherfuckers in, man. Like,
On that note, what is your big dream?
man, I don't
Top
have,
level dream.
like, what do you mean dream? Like experience, dream, like goal, like.
Not really. Sure, it could be goal, but I'm saying like if you once you've accomplished everything you want to accomplish, what does that look like?
Man, I'll tell you what. 2020, I lost my grandfather in 2020, right? And I remember
R.I.P. Angel.
facts. All right, but the anniversary was actually not too long ago, about a week ago, if I'm not mistaken. And to be honest, man, I remember at the funeral, I wasn't sad, bro. Well, I was sad. I'm lying. Look, I'm gonna be lying to you if I said I wasn't sad. I was, of course.
For
I
sure.
love my grandfather, brother.
For
You know what
sure.
I'm saying? But
But at the same time, I think you knew that man left everything in this world for his family.
yeah, but it's crazy. At his funeral, there was like, fuck, I don't know how many people there. Let's call it 100, right? But as I'm looking in the room, all those people were even in America. They were allowed to exist and thrive in this country because one man had the fucking balls to say, yo, I'm gonna go start over here and lay the fucking foundation for people to start coming.
Right.
Those people now have grandkids, and those grandchildren are here because one man laid the fucking foundation and said, yo, I'm gonna go for it.
He had the vision.
I'm gonna let my fucking nuts hang,
Yeah.
go over there, not knowing the fucking language, and build. And slowly people start coming and coming. But they're all here because of the decision of one fucking person. So when my mission is over, bro, I hope that my fucking, when it's my time to exit body and go on to the next world, bro, I hope my funeral has thousands of people in there whose bloodlines will be forever changed, whose kids will get to experience a luxury that they can never experience, whose grandkids will be able to experience a luxury that they never been able to experience.
That's beautiful.
Because I was able to inspire them to do something better with their life. So that's what my ultimate. That's how I would like to be remembered. You know.
That's beautiful.
Thanks, bro.
And that's 100% gonna happen. It already is. You've already touched so many lives that's already a reality. I just want you to know that.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, like that's like seeing my grandfather pass and seeing all of that. That's what really inspired me to really take it to the next level, bro. Because I understood that one conversation can change the thought of somebody's whole lifeline. Like I remember I helped these people do a real estate deal, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was fucking living in Mexico at the time, broke as fuck. Did a deal in California, made 60 grand off of it.
Wow.
And cool, I helped him. But that man's daughter is going to live a completely different life than he did. And she's going to grow up with different information than he did.
For sure.
And she's going to grow up seeing him do different things than what he grew up seeing. And that little girl is going to be so much more successful at a such younger age than me and him did. All because we had a conversation one time. And that shit fucks with my head, bro. And I just want to like...
And she gets to see her dad go and hustle and have the drive to go succeed.
Yeah, bro. That's the most beautiful thing for me, bro. Is to be able to help people do that.
That's beautiful, Jay.
And yeah, bro. That's why I just know I'm never gonna stop this shit, bro.
Can't stop, won't stop.
So what's next for you, Leo? What does the next level look like for you?
Well, I'm starting my 6-week mastermind October 1st. And at the end of January, I'm hosting my 3-day boot camp.
Nice.
So starting actually today, I'm starting my ad campaign. I'm just pumping ads and blasting marketing throughout Facebook and Instagram.
Who's doing the ads for you?
I'm doing it myself, to be honest with you.
Nice. We might have to have a conversation after this.
We do, for sure. But I'm currently doing it myself, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually bought a couple of ad courses that taught me a couple things, and I've been following their instructions.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think you know what's really dope, bro? I think it's really dope that you're doing your 3-day workshop boot camp in January, because I think January, for anybody who's ever thinking about starting something new and you've been putting it off, you've been dicking around.
Yep.
Fuck it, just give yourself no excuses. 2024.
Exactly.
I'm gonna learn new information. I'm gonna meet new people, and I'm gonna do new things in my life. So, you know, anybody who's been waiting for something.
New year, new me.
Yeah, new year, like new you, but like really take that shit serious. So
for real,
get into rooms you never got into before, to learn information you never got before, so you could get results that you never had before. So
and
definitely
you could rub shoulders with people that you would never rub shoulders with before.
100%, bro. Yeah,
You know?
Now, that's great that you're doing it in January, bro. That whoever's watching this need to take it to the next level, man. Y'all need to make sure y'all start your year off right. Stop digging around, man.
Come to the boot camp. I'll see y'all there.
Nah, it's a fact. That's a fact, bro. 100%, bro. I love going to events in January because it sets the tone.
Yes, for the year.
Set your rhythm for the year.
Exactly.
That was
the
even,
exact idea behind doing it in January.
I don't even drink anymore on New Year's Eve, bro. Because I want to start January 1st hungover, feeling like a piece of shit.
I agree.
Nah, bro. New Year's, December 31st, bro. I fucking go to sleep early. I wake up January 1st.
Refreshed.
And I'm already fucking ahead of 90% of the population.
Facts.
All those minutes, all those hours, everything you do adds up. By the time I didn't put in so many hours, bro, that by the time somebody else starts, bro, the gap's unclosable.
And the year flies by, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They ain't no time to waste.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, Junior, right? How long he's been here for? I don't even know. Almost a fucking year now, bro. It don't even feel like that. It's fucking crazy.
Right?
Feel like he's been here for a few months, bro. He's been here for almost a year now, bro.
Time flies.
Like this. Time flies when you're doing shit.
Yes. When you're growing.
When you're growing, time flies.
Evolving, progressing.
Because you start thinking, damn, like there got to be more hours in the fucking day because you're actually doing something. You got to keep shit in motion for you to really feel accomplished, bro.
When you're bored, that's when you usually do stupid shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
So you got to keep yourself busy.
We'll do this idle hands. Idle hands are the instrument of the devil.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah, bro. We've all so you know what, bro? I don't even want to just talk about we got enough time? We got
plenty of time.
All right, so talk to me about hold up. Danny, make sure if Danny texts me, hit him back. I know, that's why I'm doing that. Come on, bro. I'm a professional, bro. Pizza is my password. Yes. No, just pizza.
We'll make sure to get that out of the recording.
Yeah. All right. So I wanted to talk about, we're talking about our successes and come up stories and what we do, bro. But a lot of people want to glorify this and make it seem like there's no hard parts of this shit, bro. Right? So, like, I want to talk about some failures, bro. What are some failures that you've had in your business, and what are ways that you help people overcome those failures?
Man, I've had plenty of failures. Like I've almost lost my therapy agency 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
We were almost 6 years in business, but during COVID messed me up, man. So I have a partnership, a contract with the Department of Education of New York City. So during COVID, everything shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Schools were shut down, right? And we do in-home and in-school behavior modification. So we had to completely change our business model, right? We had to switch from school to home, and we had to switch from in-person to virtual because you couldn't go in homes anymore. So now we're having to involve the parent so they can go with their kid in front of a computer to go look at a screen to get therapy from an agency, when the kid used to be one-on-one with that therapist in home or in school. So we had to quickly shift and quickly adapt to a whole new way of doing our business. And on top of that, the DOE stopped paying me.
So you had a lot of money on hold, basically.
I had $250,000 on hold. They didn't pay me for 9 months.
Hey, it's good problems to have, though, right?
Yeah.
Having $250,000 on hold, bro. A lot of people never see that in their life. You know what I'm
True.
saying?
It's very true. But the problem is I had to go through all my savings. I had to borrow money to keep the company going and to keep payroll going. There was a period of 4 months where I couldn't run payroll.
Wow.
And I didn't lose a single employee.
Amazing.
The culture that we built, everyone understood what was happening. We had a great foundation. We kept everybody employed through COVID. And when we finally got paid, we blessed everybody for trusting us and for staying with us.
That's amazing, bro. And that takes real fucking life business experience to be able to manage a team and keep running a business when all the chips are down, right?
100%. I was at a point where I was having daily meetings with my competitors to either buy me out or to sell my clients individually. Thankfully, I never pulled the trigger. I kept pushing, and eventually we got paid.
So do you think, would you say, because you understand how to build teams, how to build culture, how to keep a business adaptable, right? Is that something that you go over in your workshop?
100%. We go over every single step that I just spoke about in my workshop and more. What we try to do is we try to give you the best foundation possible for you to build upon, right? We want to make sure that your foundation is so solid that if you don't get paid for 4 months, you'll still be in business.
Amazing, bro. Give me a little sneak peek, bro. Give me a little sneak peek of some of the things you teach, bro. You know me, I might fuck around and try to make my way out there, bro.
I hope you do. You better be there.
Yeah,
I think one of the most important things that we teach is leadership.
And that's something that everything rises and falls on leadership.
100%. And from that leadership comes the discipline. From that discipline comes the organization. From that organization comes the execution. But I think before all that comes the faith and the belief. If you don't have the faith and the belief within yourself and within God, none of this is possible for you. I think that's the beginning, the foundation that I try to instill in my clients. Believe, and then create a plan and execute. Do your part, and God will do His.
Damn, I definitely gotta figure out a way to make it out there for sure. Now that sounds dope, bro. Sometimes, bro, I like going to events, bro. Even if I feel like I already know a certain topic or whatever the case is, bro.
Right.
I like going. My legs.
You could always learn something.
Yeah. Not only could you always learn something, but sometimes you just need to be around people who also want to learn that certain something.
Yes.
Because those people are there for a fucking reason. They want to get better. And why wouldn't I want to be around people who want to get better, bro? That's like what life is all about, bro.
Like, duh.
Yeah.
No, I want to be around folks who don't want to do shit.
Yeah, that doesn't
Like,
make
what
any
the
sense.
fuck?
That doesn't make any sense, bro. So sometimes I go to events. I still go to events till this day, bro, just because I like being around the fire.
For sure.
You gotta stay close to the fire sometimes, man.
100%
It gets
nice and
cold.
warm.
It gets cold. It gets cold when you're not around the fire, bro. If you're not around the fire, when shit gets hard, you don't know who to ask. If the closer you are to the fire, the more your network is. When shit gets hard, you got 10, 20, 30 people you could talk to who might have experienced that, who are experiencing the same thing.
Right.
If you're not close to the fire, you're going through some shit, who you asking? Your girl who never ran a business, your uncle that never ran a business, your cousin never ran a business. Now you're getting shitty advice. You're going to get shitty results from that advice.
And that keeps you down.
100%. I think that's what keeps the majority of people down, that they're listening to people who have no fucking clue what they're talking
For
about.
sure. And then they make mistakes and they give up.
Yeah, like I don't like giving advice on things that I don't know about.
For sure.
When people ask me about, how to have a healthy relationship, don't ask me. Never had one. Don't ask me. I never had one. Can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see my relationship, you listen to my relationship advice, then you heading towards some bad times, bro. Look,
I love that you can make fun of yourself like that.
look, life is about who's the most adaptable, right? Like human
Facts.
nature, science, this world is about adaptability, right?
For sure.
It's not the strongest species. It wasn't the fastest species.
Nope.
It wasn't the biggest species that survived. It was the most adaptable,
Yeah.
right? It's
Because
the most.
Neanderthals were way stronger than we are.
Yeah, 100%. Fucking
And we-
nigga,
and we-
dinosaurs are the biggest, the fastest,
Yeah.
the strong. They not here
Nope.
because it's not about that. It was about the most adaptable species. What species could adapt to its environment the most that is gonna keep pushing forward, bro?
Exactly.
And it's the same today. That hasn't changed. The environment in which we adapt in might have changed,
Right.
but the ability to adapt to continue moving forward has never ever changed, bro.
Correct.
And for you to be able to adapt, you have to be able to see the warning dangers faster. And you have to have a network in order to adapt. And you have to have people, you have to have a social structure. You have to have the information for you to be able to adapt the fastest. If you're by yourself, you don't see the changes coming.
And if you don't adapt, you stay stagnant, you
Hey.
go nowhere, you usually get bored and you do stupid shit.
100%. Or you die.
Or you die.
Yeah,
real.
or you fucking die. For
Yeah,
real.
for real.
You don't adapt, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Your business dies. Well, shit, physically, you might fucking around and make a big ass mistake, bro.
For sure.
Real shit.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about business. You guys are thinking about business in the sense of, what we do, right? Shit, there's people whose businesses out there are fucking fixing power lines. And they're not adapted to the most strategic techniques. You could fucking literally die, bro. It's life or death. It's that serious.
I think we're going to see that happen in waves in the next 10 years with AI. I think AI is going to force a lot of people to either adapt or die.
Yeah, AI, just like any other thing that comes out, just like the internet, is a tool.
Correct.
It doesn't matter what tool there is if you don't know how to use that tool. Just like money. It doesn't matter how much money you
I
have.
was just going to say that. Just like money.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
fucking tool.
It doesn't matter how much money you have if you don't know how to use it. It don't matter how much fucking building equipment I have if I don't know how to build that fucking house.
Right.
You give me all the equipment in the world, the best equipment in the world, and I still don't know how to do it.
For sure.
So you just gotta, to be adaptable, you gotta learn how to use these tools, guys. These tools, when they come out and they're new, it might be intimidating because it's new, but guess what? When it's new to everybody.
And you got to be open-minded and have the willingness to want to learn and to want to evolve and grow.
That's why, with my branding operation, with my marketing company, when I help people build their brands or do their content, I like working with a lot of sharp young guys, bro, because they keep me up to date with what's happening. It's like
And they're hungry.
they're hungry, bro.
Yeah.
They're hungry. I listen to 50 Cent a lot, not just music, but like him as a businessman. I
Right.
super respect him. I read his book.
Same. I love 50 Cent.
One of the things he talks about in his book is that he still goes to the clubs.
The Power of 50?
No. Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter.
Got it.
Great book. You got to read it, bro. And he talks about how he still goes to the clubs, not to party, and he's not drinking, but he needs to know what the sound is, what the culture is. He has to stay up to date with the
He's
culture
trying to
because
stay relevant.
he makes money through that.
For sure.
So same with me, bro. I need to know
sure.
what's happening. I need to know the latest tools that are happening. And shit, I might not know it. My 30-year-old partner might not know it. But this fucking young 19-year-old who just made $1 million fucking is gonna
It's
tell me what it is.
all over it,
And I want to know
100%.
it. And I need to know it. So I
And you
keep
know
him
what?
around.
You can't also have that ego. Oh, he's 19. He don't know shit. Nah, bro. he might know a lot. Be humble. Learn from him. You know what I mean?
No, everybody can teach you something, bro.
100%.
You can learn something from everybody. Sometimes what you learn from people is what not to do. But regardless, you learn something.
something.
I've seen people that I'm like, wow, I would never want to be like this guy, and that taught me how to be a better person.
like the Uber driver.
Oh yeah, bro. Like
he was put in your life to remind you never to give up.
100%, bro. 100%.
Yeah.
No coincidence with anything.
No coincidence.
Man, so I think that at the end of the day, bro, you know, we're out here in Miami, bro. Well,
Close enough.
You're close. Yeah, we're close,
Close
enough.
enough.
I think we should start doing some stuff together out here in South Florida, bro. You know, some free networking events, get some people out there, you know,
Let's
get
do
some
it.
people closer
Let's
to the
get
fire and see where it goes, bro.
I love that, bro. I would love that. Seriously.
So it's on you now. As everybody as my witness is watching this, Leo's gonna wrap it up with a promise that he's gonna set up a free event for everybody, and we're gonna do it together.
We're gonna set up a free event, me and Jay, to get you guys very, very close to the fire.
It's free, completely free. We're not gonna charge nobody anything.
We should actually call it "Come to the Fire" or the Fire Event.
We'll put a pin in that. We'll put a pin in that and think of something else.
I'll leave the marketing to you.
All right, perfect.
All right, Jay, tell everybody where they can find you.
Right now, JAY.Monopoly on Instagram. The J Monopoly Show on Instagram. We got the YouTube coming soon. We got a lot coming soon, man. But just keep up to date on my Instagram. Got a lot of major announcements. Leo, my brother, I appreciate you having me on, bro.
We're gonna put a link to that down below for you guys.
Love, my brother.
Yo,
Appreciate
all
you.
love,
Ken.
my brother. I appreciate you so much for coming out. Thank you. How was that? Was that good or what?
That was good. That was fire.
That was gems. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you guys next time.